Something so weird about how the is just part of the logo and then the other words come in, as if the was not a stinking word. Anyway, hello, good evening, I'm Wes, the Explosion, and tonight we're doing Mega Man, the Power Battle, and probably also the Power Fighters. Oh, I didn't mean to do that, but I guess we're doing this. I'll select one of the other two next time. Oh god. Just making all the decisions for me. Ay, ay, ay. Yeah, very much prefer the second game with, oh gosh. With this, it's just a lot more user-friendly. But, man, they're really going, oh my gosh. It's one of those things that if I'm gonna play I'm not gonna play just one of the arcade games. Neither of them's long enough to justify a full, stream on its own. You got a new weapon, you got crash noise. Oh, awesome. But yeah, in this one, my gosh, you can't really choose too well who you fight. And I don't even know if it's worth using the extra weapons. And they don't always match the music up perfectly either. Although I believe we are playing, I have it down a little low, but I believe we are still playing Stinking Cloud Man's music. So this, oh my gosh, you get down here and you let me shoot you. Well, this isn't going horribly. I can probably stop charging when I'm not actually charging up to shoot. Because you know that it can be a little grating in this one. I'm not even gonna try to defend it. Surely this will hurt you a lot. Debatable. Oh crap. I can do the wall jump. That's kind of important. He's just so fast. Actually gives a good bit of trouble to me. I don't know where the safe spot was. But yeah, aye, aye. In 7 proper, he gives me some issues. He gives me some major issues, is where I was going with that. It's just kind of weird that, like, Iceman's in the back. As small as he is, he almost looks more like a stinking doll, doesn't he? Huh. I'm gonna guess that this came out specifically when 7 was new-ish, right? Because otherwise, why would they dedicate an entire thing to just specifically Mega Man 7? Is the game good? Yeah, largely. I still take a bit of issue with the Wily capsule. But largely, it's pretty good. But still, like, just confess here for me. We all know that if you were gonna give one game the, the everything treatment, the special treatment, it would be 2. It's kind of interesting, though, that they don't have... I somehow dodged that. Oh gosh. Actually fighting him without, like, the stun lock on him, or whatever you want to call that, that's nice. Yeah! Junk shield. Oh, dearie me. I have ice, right? No. Yes. Why is not Wolverine such a pain in the butt? I am using... It worked in the original, so it's working here logic. And yeah, like the other thing is... Like I said, they totally... He's gonna be the one. He's gonna be the one that gets me. I was doing so well, and then frickin' Slash Man. Or maybe not. Or maybe so. It's debatable. Nope. I live. I live, bitch. Mm-hmm. Who's it gonna be? Is this the one that... Yeah. Did they Yellow Devil me? No, they Pumpkin me. Hang on, hang on, hang on, hang on, hang on. Can you give me a second? Being a real right prick. Oh, I could have used the wall jump. I'm like, how was I to dodge? Such a fearsome attack. The pumpkin. The pumpkin might get me, though. Anybody want to give me... Really? I was kind of expecting to die here, but like the spitball was not what I would have credited it. You know, credited it. I can talk, I swear. And this will mess up my score because I died once. This is like an interesting, a very interesting Wyoming machine now. For some reason, like, and maybe it's just like the graphical style, but this whole, you know, it very much reminds me of like something I'd expect to see in Marvel vs. Capcom. Very much. But that might just be the very, very, very bright, standout primary colors. Or maybe I'm talking... It's supposed to come at me. It's not supposed to stop to where, you know... Oh my goodness. I should not be reading my inputs, Mr. Albert. Okay. Mm-hmm. You know, I got lucky there because, I'm gonna be honest, I don't really remember what his attack patterns are. How is he warping back and forth? I'm going to fail, and he's gonna get away, only not really because... Yeah. Oh. I guess that's in the second game where he still crashes and burns. Yeah, we're off to the races. Welcome back, Mega Man. Glad to see you made it. Yeah, but Dr. Wily got away again. Mega Man, I'm glad you came back in one piece. Even so, things don't change. The battle against Dr. Wily will never end. It's just like you say, but this time we learned what robots need. Yeah, a hero like me, right? Well, not quite. What exactly do we robots need? Like humans, the robot has to determine what is right and what is wrong by himself. Robots are not supposed to hurt humans. We need to research more on AI program. When will there be world peace? That will be up to us. Okay, I'll fight for everyone's future. Mega Man the Power Battle Staff, presented by Capcom. Thank you for playing. Oh. I was playing the other one earlier to test out sound levels, which I think these two, despite being on the same disc, have different sound levels. And they made me go up and down. But now I'm doing left and right. Go ahead, tell me about how I suck. Did I just type in wet, or was this from a previous playthrough? I'm confused. No, it would have been from a previous playthrough because... yeah. Oh no. Are some of these mine? I don't know. I don't know. Whoops, no. We'll do Bass and we'll do Proto Man last. 1 and 2. Because Bass was not even a consideration in 1 and 2. Oh god, Woodman! He's... Would you say that looks more like a diaper or like he's wearing long johns or something? Bass, what the hell are you doing here? Oh, I'm just chilling. Oh man, that went on for longer than I thought. Listen, I was trying to jump through your... I think I can shoot him when he's a wood. I just can't shoot him when he's a doing that. Oh, I can knock him out of it? That's good to know, I guess. How long have you been at Dinosaur Park anyway, Woodman? I mean, it is somehow fitting. Oh, I'm gonna be honest. I saw the cloud space and I was like, yeah, Airman. Of course. Oh my gosh. He just like whipped those suckers at me. Can I not do my dash in the air? When I was playing the other game, I could do my dash in the air with Bass, and it was like really freaking helpful. Like really freaking helpful. Air dash? That's huge. You got atomic fire. The ice platform looks vaguely like a skull. Oh shoot. I didn't mean to interrupt you. I'm sorry, little buddy. Yeah, we're playing frickin' Shadow Man's music, aren't we? I can crank it if I need to. Although this only reinforces, you know, how these two kind of go together. I know in Battle Network they kind of paired them up. Cutman worked for Shadow Man. So this is further proof that Cutman is a ninja. A dead ninja, but still. Good evening, Rayquaza. Okay. I was gonna say, they put Cutman in, but surely they put Gutsman in. Like, oops. I vaguely know the rosters for the second game, but the first one, not as familiar. Is that what you wanted to do? You wanted to catch a boulder and just... Yeah, that's more what I would have expected you to do. Your whole thing kind of... I was gonna wall jump. You're so big. You have such a large hitbox. You threw pebbles in my frickin' hair. There we go. Gutsman's ass. Can I do this without a continue? Debatable. Iceman or... Oh, Crashman. They acknowledged him. they said, hey, you know who's cool? Crash Man. Man, if you were ever to do something with, like, the frickin' Mega Man 2 characters and not include Crash Man, that would just be a little sad. I'm criticizing Battle Network. I'm criticizing Battle Network for not including Crash Man. I still cannot believe that. They use frickin' Drill Man. They use frickin' Drill Man, who's just a boring Crash Man. And you can't say he's not boring. That's literally what he does. He drills or bores into the bedrock. My point is, screw Drill Man. Crash Man was frickin' robbed. Hang on, do I have something that might possibly hurt you? What is with Heatman's weapon? What a little fart. Listen, I just want to use... Okay, that kind of worked. Yeah, that's good. Bean him in the head with a boulder. I mean, realistically, I would argue that this would be most people's weakness, though, right? A boulder approximately the size of them, at least height-wise. Probably more mass. I don't think so. In the games, Drillman was an independent Navi, and I believe he might have been an independent Navi in the anime as well. Can't remember what they did with him in the manga. But, yes. He was independent because, good lord, could you imagine? Could you imagine having to admit to people that frickin' Drill Man was your Navi? Oh. Okay, I thought this was the part where you did your mini devils. Way to go, Bass. I'm the strongest. Everybody knows it. Yeah, okay, good job, Bass. I'm gonna be with my dad. He don't know me enough. He just don't appreciate me. Listen, Bass, it's hard being a single parent. You can't just blame your dad for everything. Sure I can. He gave me drugs and then wonders why I'm such an asshole. Or as I like to say, a basshole. Your name's Bass, not Bass. That doesn't really make sense, Bass. I know. It's just hard being the strongest. You had no life left. I'm trying to do a Bass comedy routine here. Very unsuccessfully. Oh, okay, cool. You just killed your son. You just killed your son, old man. Like, I know I normally use the whole phrase, that's what an asshole would do, kind of lightheartedly and exaggeratedly, but that is what an asshole would do. An asshole would kill their son. There's not many situations that justify that. And he left because I suck at that part. Ay, ay, ay. I do not remember Rat, so I'll take your word for it. Maybe he came up in a later season. And it depends on... Well, yes, I saw both directs. We'll talk about that in a minute. No, my laboratory, something. You know that I'm strong. There's no need for you making more junk robot. The strongest. You've been beaten by Mega Man before. No, I have my fingers crossed. It didn't count. I underestimated him that time, but I will conquer him this time. Yeah, right. You can battle with Mega Man all you want. The robot I'm making right now will blow both of you away. All you make is junk. Do what you want. Well, I made you. Maybe you are junk. Wait, Bass, don't leave me here. He was my ride. Mega Man, the power battle. Ay. But yeah, I watched the direct last week, the partner direct last week, and I watched the Pokemon Present today. So yes, I have seen both. If you tell me which you wish to talk about, I can share my very wise thoughts. I'm going to assume that's me because it's not just a round number. Why the heck would I put Zut in there, though? I'm guessing I was just putting random crap in there. Okay. For Zut. Okay, whatever. One more round with Proto Man, and then... Who did not... Oh yeah, he gets to do 3 through 6. I can fly on the dog. Proto Man. Plant Man's in the other game, too. Is Plant Man wildly popular and I'm just unaware? Haha! I mean, I don't dislike Plant Man. But I kind of feel like if you were to ask most people who their least favorite was from that game, or at least who their favorite was, he would come up the least. Plant Man, do you have fangirls? Plant Man EXE, he's kind of hot, I'll say it. Oh, Napalm Man. I don't think you lose the Plant Man's weapon, so I'm just gonna not bother. I got hit by the... Listen. Some of us actually walk with our legs. Not all of us have awesome tank treads and bouncy bombs. Holy crap. I was thinking about this the other day. But Napalm Man, they do not use him, I don't think, like, at all in the Ruby Spheres, or at least in any of the episodes. I don't think there's a Napalm Man episode. Which makes sense, because his name is pretty much Warcrime, right? But I think they do use Napalm Man in the opening. Meaning, he's in none of the episodes, but technically he's also in all of the episodes. That's just weird to me. And fair chance. Fair chance. Like, I want to do more indie games, and there were a few that interested me in the partner direct. Like, I feel like I'm forgetting at least one. But Pepper Grinder looks interesting to me. And, I mean, I like Sonic Mania, so I might do something for Penny's Big Break. And beyond that, if I can get away with it, I do like streaming new Pokemon games, so we'll see what 2025 looks like. But if I can get away with it, I will do the new Legends game when that comes out. And no, I'm talking the Ruby Spears. That was the 90s cartoon? 90s cartoon. The really, really notoriously bad 90s cartoon. Maybe I shouldn't even say bad. It was campy. It had a lot of just good, you know, like, dumb jokes. It was very Scooby-Doo-esque. Which is probably why in that Rush talked like Scooby-Doo as well. Oh, why does Rush say everything with extra R's? Well, you know, because his name is Rush, which begins with R. Stop shooting me. Stop shooting me and die. And dogs go ruff ruff ruff. Ay ay ay. But yeah, before I share, I don't want to, you know, I don't want to spoil an advertisement for you, so I'll just ask you straight up. You did see, though, like, the Pokemon, like, the new game that they announced, right? Because some definitely had some thoughts on that. My gosh. I didn't have any expectations, but if I did, they would have exceeded that with, like, their announcement today. Is a Pokemon company. Because they pretty much announced, like, everything that I wanted with that last game title drop. I could not believe it. In fact, there's still a part of me that almost refuses to believe it. Yeah, that. Okay, good. You saw Pokemon Legends ZA. Because, yeah, like, the three things that I kind of wanted was, like, one, don't just do the predictable thing that everybody's freaking saying where it's like, oh, Gen 5 remakes. So they subverted expectations, which was good. I probably have his weakness since I have all the other weapons. Oh god. You were on both sides, you cheater. We're gonna continue. Ay, ay, ay. And then they, you know, ay, ay, ay. Bringing back Megas, that's freaking huge, right? I have missed my Megas. I mean, geez, just look at what I'm playing right now. I am a very, very Mega sort of person. I like all Mega stuff. You're a butthole magnet, man. You're a butthole. And then, like, the other thing, which this was, like, the thing that I probably saw coming, like, the least. They're like, and it'll be out, like, next year, and I'm like, you're taking actual development time? This game might not be just a crappy mess? And while I've seen, like, a few people be like, oh man, like, one guy, he, you know, that I watched, he did his reaction to the whole thing, and he was doing, you know, he's like, man, I really wanted a Legends game. It kinda sucks that we have to wait a year, but it's probably for the best. And I saw, like, one other person complain about, like, not getting stinking, like, news on Gen 10 or anything else, but, like, most people were really fixated on, it's like, oh, they're going to actually take time on this one. And it's like, that is the thing that I wanted most. I probably would have been more excited if they told me that we weren't getting something new from them until, like, 2026, but 2025? I could see that being enough development time for the game to actually function. Because, you know, like, this past year they did DLC. They didn't make a whole new game or anything, so they could have been working on this, like, for a while, and just used, you know, DLC to, like, pad out the time and everything. So, really, while it might seem like, oh, they're only giving this an extra year, they might... Legends? Yeah, AZ might actually have more than that. It might have a proper development time, and that's really swell. Okay. A few things. One, yes, you need to know that you're charging. The charge sound is very important. Do not talk smack on it. Two, when it comes to gimmicks, I think Megas were the only ones that I, like, really liked. When they did Z moves, right? I think I spent, like, my whole first playthrough of those games, heck, maybe even more than just the first. But I made it a point to never use a Z move because I thought they were dumb as hell. But they kind of grew on me since they're just kind of dorky and, you know, like, oh, Sentai pose, you know, dumb bullcrap. So eventually I did come around on them, but they were like, take it or leave it. I dodged them, and then you bounced them into me anyway. I'm sorry, I put my shoot up when I dash. Gigantamax can fuck right off. Gigantamax was, like, easily the worst of any of the things because all it did was drag out the frickin' battles, right? I had so many bad experiences, you know, with things just taking longer for one. Like, I'm not sure how, you know, how much you remember this or how familiar you are with it, but, like, in the post-game, you had to go around with Hop and a few other people. Did I skip things? No, I think Proto Man's just too cool to talk to anybody. Ay. But yeah, you were going around and you were fighting, like, Gigantamaxed enemies and everything, and, you know, every turn somebody else got a different, you know, like, got a chance to Gigantamax. Proto Man, who is he? Proto Man, Dr. Light's first ever built robot. Just before completion, he ran away and vanished. He appears before Mega Man from time to time and mysteriously disappears. Is he friend or foe? Where is he off to? Where did he go? Where is he off to, Cotton Eye Joe? Nobody knows. But yeah, I just remember getting to, like, the second part of, like, you know, the post-game, and being like, no, we're not gonna Gigantamax, we don't need it. And then, like, the second turn, when it was his chance to use it, since I didn't, like, the opponent would be pretty much dead, and Hop would still be like, Gigantamax! And then I'd have to wait, like, 30 seconds to a minute to watch the goober frickin', you know, make his monster grow. Ay. Not only that, but I refused to use Gigantamax except for, like, I did sometimes use it during raids, but I really fell off on raids pretty early. Save game before we quit. Ay. So I, like, pretty much did a challenge run of that game, never using Gigantamax, right? And I kind of just beat through the game, like, ay. My team was horrible. I will say that. My team was, like, very horrible because it was, like, 4 fairy type, you know, I had 4 fairies on my team, right? Because that was, like, my favorite. And then I had my Inteleon and a stinking, and a Thievul. Because Thievul was really good early game. But then late game, you know, it fell off really early, like, midway through the game. So my team was horrible. So I had trouble with Chairman Rose because he just had all those steel types. And then I had trouble with frickin' Leon because he'd use Charizard and he'd one-turn Solar Beam me. I remember sending my Inteleon out against his frickin' Charizard, like, getting him halfway down, even Gigantamaxed, with one hit, and then he'd just be like, one-turn Solar Beam powered up, and I'm like, that's really fair. That's really fair and balanced. I hate Gigantamax. Ay. I think Mega Man would care about rescuing Roll, so we're gonna rescue Roll. Oh, this is the one I like. And then, to finish things out, Terrastalize, take it or leave it. I find it interesting because you can do some weird strategies where somebody's gonna be like, oh, you're using this Pokemon, and then it's like, you know, you're gonna be weak to this, and then it'll like, no, I'm freaking not. Unfortunately, it was kind of underutilized in the game because, you know, you could normally predict exactly what an opponent's Terrestrial type was gonna be. Listen, you were off screen. You cheap-shotted me because I needed to get closer so I could actually see you, butthole. But yeah, I consider Terrastalize very interesting. I didn't get the most use out of it, And it's also kind of one of those, it does have the same problem of you needing to watch a cutscene every time you use it, just like Gigantamax, but that's inoffensive to me. A Wily Wobot must have kidnapped Wool. Hurry up and chase the Wily Wobot. Ay ay ay. Who told you? Yes, actually it is. Yeah, you just saw me walk across the screen. Yep, this is the GameCube Anniversary Collection. Although I think they did put these on modern consoles with the Capcom Arcade. So you don't need this to be able to play it. I am now going to beat the shit out of, like, my favorite Robot Master. This is incredibly unfair. I am jumping with B, and yes, I am attacking with A. That is correct. Honestly, it was one of those things that I don't think I'll ever play these games. Like, I'll play the arcade games on the GameCube because I don't have anywhere else to play them. Although maybe I will get it on, you know, Switch or something at some point, but right now this is the only way to play them. But I don't think I'll ever go back to playing some of these games on the GameCube just because it is a little awkward using the GameCube controller for some of the stuff. At least I think it is. Maybe I should try it again and see if I fail. Oh, shoot. I hate you so much. Oh, crap. Rush. You're gonna cause me issues. I don't think Mega Man's making it through this without a game over. Also, the fact that I remember all of their weaknesses, some of which are very unintuitive. Like, why exactly would Rolling Cutter be, you know, effective against Shade Man? But the fact that I know, like, all the weaknesses just demonstrates how much I used to play this game when I was younger. Why does this work on Stone Man? Oh, it destabilizes his bricks. I mean, it's not crazy. Listen, I don't want to waste... Ay, you're a butt. Stone Man, you're a butt. This is what I get. This is what I get for putting up with his malarkey. Ay. Listen, I just want to hit you with your weakness. And feel good about myself, okay? And you're making it awful hard with... Let's see. Oh my gosh! I should have just waited. I should have just blasted through all his crap and not cared about conserving my Noise Crush. He spun that for longer than I thought he was going to just die. When you say Dive Man looks dumb, do you mean in general or his sprite work here? He is a little weird just because he's a submarine man. Thank you for helping me. I'm sorry to have worried you. No, I'm mixing up my voices. I've stolen energy from the Wily robot. This will enhance your power. Okay. I'm not sure if that actually does anything. Maybe it just makes me stronger? I don't know. And this makes sense just because of Pokemon logic. Because clearly, using the Isaac Fist from the ground would be ground type. And ground beats electric. But ground is separate from rock type because rocks can be thrown, whereas the ground is just the ground. There's some weird typing. There's some weird typing in Pokemon. Maybe I should say just something that feels redundant. Still feels like Ghost and Stinkin'. Ay. Ghost and Dark could be the same, but I know they added Dark for balancing reasons. Ay. Love that animation. Tears. Tears in his... I was really hoping that would knock you back. Huh. I don't want to use Rush. Rush screws with me. Actually, it might work in this instance. Let's see. Rush. This is your chance. This is your chance to... yes. Show me that you're a good boy. I mean, Rush is a good boy, just maybe not in this specific instance. He's a little annoying in the power fighters. Or is this the power battle? I don't know. They named the arcade games differently, but not different enough that I really remember which is which. He has an interesting thing, and I'm not sure. Let me check one thing quick. I kind of want to say no just because this was like an arcade game. And I think they were supposed to be kind of loud because you're supposed to be walking by in an arcade and being like, you know, one, letting just random people walking by mess with the controls, you know, like the settings, that would be bad. I don't want Rush. He will not be helpful in this exact instance. And two, you also want people walking by and being like, oh, what is this noisy thing getting my attention? No, you want, you need him to be loud. You need him to be loud so that people come by and they spend quarters. This gets me my Thunder Beam back, so you know what? This was my plan. I'll check at the front menu, just to be sure. But I'm severely doubting that I can change. Then again, when they put them in the arcade collection, maybe they added in some extra options. I don't know. I've played this game enough, though, whereas the charging bothers me a lot less than it should. I have built up an immunity to this. Dun 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 dun. Dun 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 dun. Albert Wiley. Who do I... Not Noise Crush. Oh, that's right. That's right. It's like, which one is it again? Slash Claw. Slash Claw completely destroys this boss if I get the timing right on when he's vulnerable again. Like, I don't need to actually let him do anything. I say and then get shot by his nose. I do like the way they made that look, though. How much damage does Slash Claw do on this? Not bad. Not bad. Of course, I do need to be close, so maybe this is better. Oh, I got him. Although he's about to disappear very quickly. No, he didn't. I got him. I caught Albert. Please forgive me, Mega Man. No, I'm gonna do what I should have did all along. I'm gonna leave you here to die. Oh my gosh. He could have just pulled a Batman right there. Specifically, whatever the first Nolan film was. I'm not going to kill you, but I don't have to save you either. You always interfere with me. I'll keep on fighting. I'll keep on fighting for peace for both humans and robots. Peace for humans and robots? Then why do you destroy my robots, you metallic hypocrite? Hypocrite's kind of a big word for the kid tiddlywink stock. Do you destroy robots to bring them peace? What's the difference between my actions and yours? We are so alike, you and I. No, cannot really be the same as Wily. It's true I destroy his robots with no hesitation. I could have negotiated with the robots instead of slaying them. Maybe I could have made peace. I don't think so. I think he purposefully programs them to kill people. Well, commit violence. Am I as violent as evil as the man I oppose? Am I spreading war instead of stopping it? It's not true, Mega Man. Don't listen to Wily. He's just playing mind games with you. That's right. You're doing the right thing, Mega Man. Sometimes peace cannot be achieved unless those who spread war are destroyed. Thank you, everyone. Thank you, everyone. I will not yield. I'll just believe it now. What a cheap shot. Thanks for being an idiot. I think I'll leave now. Hey, wait, Wily. He just automatically... one, you can't use your powers. He is your power. And he'll, like, rush things, so sometimes he can be kind of helpful, but if you jump on him, he'll just automatically use the spring, so you can sometimes take a leap that you did not mean to take. He's just not the best. Just not the best in this. I don't think I get credit for time since I lost. But I can at least get points. Oh hey, Sam said my thumbnail is done. And the script looks good. That's good. We'll do Proto Man, and he will recover the new parts. Because with his own conditions, he has concerns. He has concerns that he thinks an upgrade will fix. He dodged. He really is the quickest man. And I think in this game, I get iframe. Maybe I didn't do it right. Yeah, okay. I think when I dash, I have iframes, specifically because Proto Man has the shield, which is cool. Honestly, the first power battle, the first arcade game isn't bad, but my gosh, this is like the second one is so much better than the first. You got extra animations, each character gets like a few extra functions, you can play as duo because why the hell not? We'll be in grave danger if the stolen parts are misused by Wily. Get back the parts at any cost. You got the quick boomerang. Pharaoh Man's weak to quick boomerangs. Because Egyptians didn't have boomerangs. They just don't know how to deal with them. Surely that is the reason why. Just one of the things I kind of think about. as just like an odd choice. An odd choice in the Ariga manga. There was like this one part of it where like every doctor chose like their best robot to do like a special team mission together. And of course, you know, Light sent Mega Man. Wily sent Shadow Man. Because I'm not sure if Bass was... I think it was before, you know, like, Mega Man 7. Or at least Bass wasn't in the manga at that point. So, it made sense. And Shadow Man's, like, freaking awesome. Yes, I know it's the edgy pick, but still. But then Cossack sent freaking, you know... sent Ring Man, which struck me as kinda weird. Couldn't send Skullman due to reasons. But yeah, it was just a little weird. Cause I don't know. Maybe that was just Ariga's personal favorite, though. And I mean, I think they sent him specifically to fight, like, the Star Droids. Which, if you were fighting the Star Droids, you'd think the guy that can create a miniature sun, but then again, maybe fighting a guy called Sunspot with a guy who can create a miniature sun might not be all that impressive. Still, it was just one of those things, it's like, is Ringman a badass? I mean, he is probably the hardest of those bosses to fight, so maybe. I guess what I'm saying is, I would have sent Pharaoh Man. Pharaoh Man's got his dumb Saturday Night Fever freaking pose. At least in the original game he did. I kind of have to wonder, did they purposefully make it look like, I don't know how I dodged that, but thanks. I wonder if they just thought the pose looked cool or somebody was a disco fan. Napalm Man, you're very culturally insensitive. Ay. Holy crap, he's like going... Ay. He was turned on a dime. Coming back around to frickin' smack me. Okay, we're not doing too bad. Oh, I wonder who gets... Yeah, some of them are more obvious than others. Oh, the guy who normally gets blown up by explosions still gets blown up by explosions. That can still hurt me. That Met was taking more, you know, tanking more damage than I would have thought he would have. Excuse me. Listen, I want to get your balls. But yeah, that's the other thing. Proto Man and Duo get beat, right? And beat, it's just like, yeah, you're just invincible. You have like 10 seconds of invincibility or something like that. It's like that. Oh man. But then I got cocky. I got a bit... Hang on, Gutsman. I'm trying to navigate here. I'm trying to navigate and pull up my napalm bombs. But yeah, my gosh, like, the invincibility thing, it's a little busted. Especially on Duo, because my gosh, they made Duo, like, freaking kick ass in this. With this part equipped, you'll be able to super jump. Hit the lever up and the jump button to super jump, but be careful when using this new item, it's not completed yet, just like Proto Man's heart. His faulty heart. Which is why he ran away from home. Which I'm not sure if that's in any manual or if that was in supplementary material like the comics. that they revealed that. But thinking about it does remind me, I should really reread the Archie comics at some point. They're pretty good. You are so screwed and you don't even know it, Airman. And you know what? You're reasonably difficult. I don't need to sing the song. And by reasonably difficult, of course, I mean in Mega Man 2. He was pretty simple here. See, I just got it perfect. Do. Mecha Dragon's kind of annoying in this. Oh man, I thought you were coming out of like an attack, and therefore you would be non-corporeal, right? He can light me on fire, which has damage frames that hold me in place for a little bit. I guess I could use his... I jumped right into that like an asshole. Ay. Yes, make me invincible, Beat. Ay. Whoops. So that was like another thing from the Ariga manga. For some reason they paired Proto Man up with Tango a lot. Which I always wondered if there was like an actual reason for that, or if it was just like, nah. Everybody else just loves Mega Man, so they hang out with Mega Man. You think Rush is ever gonna leave Mega Man? No. Beat, I don't know. I guess he is also very loyal. Then again, I guess if they're gonna, you know, give Proto Man any animal companion, the one that, like, never shows up and is kind of aloof, kind of makes sense. I could see Proto Man being a cat person. That poor baby dragon. That poor baby dragon. It took the hit for you, Wily. You probably never even gave it a name. You're cold, Albert. Okay, can I get him? Can I whack-a-mole? Can I whack a Wily? I'd play a Whack-A-Wily if that were in an arcade. Like a Chuck E. Cheese. Even though at my age, people would probably question why I was in a Chuck E. Cheese. How? He had no health, and I shot him that last time. I can tell you the controls on GameCube, it won't necessarily translate over. But B is my jump, A is my attack, shoulders rotate your, you know, rotate you through your powers. And Z is my skip button, if I want to skip this cutscene. Listen, Proto Man, how do you feel? How is your body holding up? And Start brings up the actual game menu for the Anniversary Collection. You don't have to say anything, I know how you suffer, Proto Man. Your energy system has acquired a terrible defect. Unless it is fixed, your body will. And only I can fix your body as I am your creator. Don't worry about my problems, I know my own body better than anybody else. And remember, I'm unbeatable, no matter what. King would beg to differ. Don't talk that way, Proto Man. The war is over. Let's live together and keep the peace. That's not my style. I'll do it myself. I don't need anybody. Nice chatting with you, Doc, but I've got things to do later. Oh my gosh, he's so cool. Oh my gosh, Proto Man, wait. You're so cool. You need to be repaired. Proto Man has a defect in his energy system. It must be fixed soon. Okay, so they do mention it in the games. What will happen to Proto Man's body? And where is Proto Man going? Oh, yeah. Whoops. Okay. I was gonna make a joke about how he was going into like Mega Man 10. I don't think I said it out loud. I think I kept it in my head. That just reminds me. I think it was like in Shadow Rock ZX video. He mentioned something that there was like a rumor that Mega Man 10 was possibly supposed to be 2-player, or at least have the option. Which... that would make so much damn sense. Bass would go for Wily to, you know, because he has dad issues. He hates his dad. Because I always thought it was like so weird in Mega Man 10 where, you know, there's like that bit in the beginning where Proto Man's like, you can't do this alone, Mega Man. And then they like go off to take down the threat of Robo Enza together. And yet it's always just a solo game. It seems like they could have at least incorporated something where he, like, you know, shows up to help, gives you something during the game. Like maybe he's the one that gives you the Robo Enza cure. I think there was actual video for it, so I guess it's more than just a rumor, but still. That would have been fun. You should be able to find Wily by defeating his robots. Be careful and good luck. You got Centaur Arrow. Because Centaur Flash just you know, AoEing the screen. It's a little weird. Be a little weird. Okay, just tested it out. It looks like only right shoulder changes your weapon, so it only goes one way. So if you need the last weapon in your arsenal, oh boy. Oh boy. I was wondering, I'm like, why do I always use the right trigger if both triggers work? That would be why. Muscle memory says only use the one. I don't think Shadow Man was in the other arcade game, come to think of it. And he's like the most popular guy ever or whatever. So, I wonder how they decided Robot Masters for the first arcade game. You won't defeat me. You don't have my weakness, the Metal Blade. Yeah, you're right, but... Ay. This just further reinforces the whole, oh yeah, it's just Metal Blade, but a little more balanced. Kind of a shame it doesn't boomerang in this, though. Not many instances where that's actually practical, right? But it's still neat. Get him, boy! Kick his ass. Fetch. Oy. Gospel and or Treble. It was kind of weirded me out how his name is Treble, but I guess this is just one of those translating inconsistencies. But I think they still call him Gospel in Mega Man and Bass. Which is just, you hopped over it. You hopscotched. Oh my gosh, why would you fall my way? That's not how momentum works. That's how momentum works. Sometimes I just never appreciate how tiny Heat Man is. Whoops, almost face planted into that. Darn it, I was kind of hoping that would give me some energy back, but I think it's actually like the things with the little rings around them. Yeah, the tiny gold things I think would have given me things, you know. Oh well. I didn't need the bubbles for the whole fight. Good evening, Zen. Who did I just kill? Oh, yes. If I just killed Heat Man, that means I light Plant Man on fire. That's simple enough to understand. Although I think the trick with this is specifically don't hit him with it, hit right in front of him, and let like the flames just eat through him. Yeah, like that. But getting the exact spacing right on that is a little weird. My gosh, such a hoppy guy. And it's interesting that they don't keep his music the same. Then again, they swap music for Centaur Man, but with like Centaur Man, I think it makes like a little more sense just because his music in the game is not really battle music. Hang on. Where'd my charge shot go that one time? We'll just kill the... I also find it kind of interesting that I'm here fighting a plant, and one of his big tricks is specifically putting out stinking other plants for me to fight. Could you... Yes. Stop doing that, so I can shoot you. It just makes me think of Cagney Carnation. Which, hey, there's definitely, some things that they took inspiration from in that game, in Cuphead. But I would find it very interesting if they took inspiration specifically from the... Oh god! I'm about to run out of time! I did not see Plant Man being the one to almost, you know, end my run. Ay, ay, ay. Huh. Oh my god. Well, I wish you a speedy recovery in that case. And as for these two games... Well, actually, I guess I'm on to the second one now. First one's over. Is this really even all that helpful using... Did I not get the plant barrier from him for some reason? Huh. What I was attempting to say, before I was so rudely interrupted by my discovery that I don't have plant barrier, and Gyro Man then killed me, was, yeah, like, there were, like, 2 Mega Man arcade games. They were originally made available, like, in America, at least according to my, you know, my box here, on the Anniversary Collection. But I believe that, like, recently Capcom did make it available on, like, their arcade collection. Although my understanding of how that works is weird. I think you download their, you know, the arcade collection for free, but then have to buy individual games for it, which is a little weird. But hey, I haven't shelled out because I still have my GameCube. Well, you know, I still have the ability to play GameCube games. Hmm. Well, I guess just, yeah, make sure you just take it easy for however long the doctor recommends. I'm not about to tell you. I'm not about to give anyone medical advice. Oh my god. Eddie, you got something for me? Is this helpful at all? I don't know. I'm not sure if treble is going to jump high enough for this to be worth it. Treble, I'm not gonna say you might be screwing me, but you might not be all that helpful, my little bud. Interesting that they made the Mad Grinder a boss, my gosh. It went so well with Stinkin' Proto Man that I'm just like, yeah, no, I got this down now. I guess I should have jumped off the invisible... Yes, I should have jumped off the invisible wall. Silly me. Silly me. Oy, oy, oy. Yeah, I'm not sure what... I'm not sure what I'd even equate these... Do I not have... I lose a power, don't I, when I get game over or something. Maybe. Because I'm missing 2 weapons, and I don't think I have the other one that I need. I'm actually trying to remember which... which weapon I would have needed for this. It's not that. It's not that. It's not that. Oh, it's Bubble. I did have the power I need. I've gotten 3 game overs. Listen, treble's not gonna help. Just, no, Eddie, no. No, okay. Okay, it's fading, we're good. I think this will be the one that I do. I think I'm gonna go right back into it and do this mode again, but with Duo. Since there's 3 modes and 4 characters. I'm already getting my ass kicked. You know, Bass, for someone who claims to be the strongest, kind of putting up a real weak showing here. Oh, okay. Whoops. I didn't want to do that. I think he's gonna get away. I think the cheeky little guy is gonna get away. Although I think still, yeah, no, I think I still catch him regardless. No, he's running away. Look, you didn't even need to dodge that. I mean, I guess it's nice to have more HP. Yeah, later. You're an absent father, I understand. Boop, 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 boop. Away. Just kind of weird how she shows up at the end. Why do you oppose me? The one who created you! Because you always interfere with me. You're the one messing with me. I could defeat Man by myself with no problem. You should go crawl in the hole somewhere. You know, I think I regret creating you, pompous robot. My name not pompous robot, it's Bass. You create me, so what? If you create a powerful robot such as myself, it must have been an accident. Funny you say that, you're actually right. studied Mega Man, hoping to create a similar robot. Then I developed a powerful energy called Bassnium purely by accident, thus I created you, Bass. Currently, Bassnium is the most powerful energy on Earth. But that's not for long. He had learned from my accident. And I've created a new type of robot, which is much more powerful than your Mega Man. Who the hell is that? It'll be some time before I complete this project, though. You better get ready. Ha! This good-looking long-haired robot is. Don't be so overconfident. This robot's power level is far superior to yours. And this is more than just a simple robot. With this robot, the world will be mine. He's talking faster than I can. No one will stop me. He. Yeah, this is crazy as I know. What on earth is the new robot Wily is currently developing? Okay, fine. I'll talk faster next time. Ay. Oh, good evening, Aaron. And yeah, It is funny that they, actually acknowledge that he's girly looking. Given how many people in X1 actually thought he was a girl. I was accused of being sexist when I was a kid. Because, yeah, my one brother, not Sam, other brother. We played like Mega Man X, and he's like, something, Zero's a girl. And I'm like, no, I'm pretty sure Zero's a guy. He just has long hair. And then he went and he tattled to my mother, and he's like, Wes says... do I wanna... Maybe we'll change up the order. Wes says that, you know, Zero isn't a girl, like, isn't a girl, it's a guy, and then my mom's like, oh, what, girls can't be tough, da-da-da, and I'm like, no, it's not what I'm saying, I'm just saying Zero is not a girl. And you know what? I was right. I don't think I've ever gotten an apology for that. Maybe just next Sunday when I visit my family. I'll just bring it up very awkwardly at the dinner table. So, like 25 years ago, you accused me of being sexist because I knew that Zero was a guy and you two thought he was a girl. Still waiting on my apology for that. You will never get an apology for that. Ay. Yeah, I'm not sure exactly what tipped me off that he was a guy. Cause, like, you know, I only ever had the first, you know, X game when I was a kid. So it's not like I played the other ones and got, like, a better idea. Honestly, until the collection came out for GameCube, you know, I had actually never played any Mega Man X games other than, you know, the first one. I didn't even know that there were, like, for the longest time, I did not even know that there were more than Mega Man, you know, one Mega Man X game. I remember picking up, like, an issue of Nintendo Power, and they were giving, like, you know, advice on how to beat Sigma in X2, and my response was like, what the hell? There's an X2? And yet somehow, like, maybe they just didn't have copies readily available in stores. But I never got X2 or X3. Which, I mean, to be fair, X3 would have destroyed me, and I feel like X2 would have played havoc on me because of the whole, like, it still does to some degree. Give me issues just because of the whole thing where they frickin', like, you know, they rush you, where it's like, oh, if you don't take these guys out right now, you'll never rescue Zero. Zero, your best friend in the whole world, who sacrificed himself to save you. You're a bad friend. Ay, ay. And you're also a Christian, and Jesus sacrificed himself for you. Are you saying you wouldn't go out of your way to save Jesus? Let's not compare Zero to Jesus. Even though I swear they set him up to be kind of an I. They give him some similarities, I'll just say. My point is, I'm morally obligated to save Zero. But I'm not sure Child Me would have been equipped to save Zero. So maybe it's for the best that Toys R Us never had that in stock. Or Funko Land. Or wherever games are. Oh god, he's got a frog! He's got a frog! I bet this is where Naruto got it. Jiraiya really is just knockoff Shadow Man. Oh, yeah. Well, how self-sacrificing he is, and like, like, he literally sacrifices himself to save the world in, in 04. I'm not saying it's 1-to-1. Zero has, like, a little more attitude, he can be a bit more of a butt. He's just awful mean to, like, most people in X5. But he does sacrifice himself to save the world in 04. For Zero so loved the world that he fought Vile to the death, even though he knew he would die in the process. I should probably stop before, you know, I commit actual blasphemy, if I have not already. I'm going to want the... Excuse me. Excuse me. Oh my gosh. I'm not sure you gave me enough room to dodge that. Bubble Man, you're a joke. Ay, ay, ay. And yeah, I'm not really sure why my mom gave me as much shit as she did for that one. I guess it was just because, you know, the brother who tattled on me, and I used the word tattled very loosely since I was correct. He was the good child. He was the good child. Me, I was like the ADHD, you know, like, the neurodivergent child, so I was a little hard to raise. Also, my head is very, very large. My head has always been very, very large. So I think, to some degree, while she still loves me a good bit and would do pretty much anything for me, I do think that there is still a small part of my mother that resents me for having to push my giant noggin out of her lady parts. My point is, she might have just found my brother a little more believable than I. Ay, ay, ay. Yeah, but sacrifice yourself for the world. And also, I have not gotten the full way through, like, the anime. But yeah, he does last a lot longer than, like, all the rest of them, doesn't he? I'm trying to remember if... No, Shade Man, by the end of Access, Shade Man does bite it, doesn't he? I should know that Bubble Man is the only one that survives for some stupid reason. But I guess they'd need another comedy relief character. Listen, Mad Grinder, I need you to die so that I can get a good score with Duo. Can you do that for me? I really... Okay. Oh, I'm out? Shit. Oh, I'm invincible? Sweet. And I might have some stuff back now. Okay, listen, Matt Grinder. If you're not on stage, I can hit you, and I can take proper advantage of these iframes that my little birdie gave me. Okay. I don't really know why sometimes they shoot diagonally, and other times they're just like... You know, other times they're straight ahead. Ironically, it makes it kind of a close-range weapon, because if I'm close-range, it doesn't matter so much. Oy. Shaman comes back, but does he die again? Hang on. Oh, that's right. Bubbly. Or bubble lead? I need you to just... Why do you do that? I waste the bubble lead, killing the shielder, and the shielder immediately comes back. Like, at least give me a few minutes of peace here. I'm not saying that has to be the only one you drag out, like, the entire fight, Wily, but... Okay, he waited a little bit there. Okay, he did not wait very long there. Oh my gosh, were you charging your laser, mister? I thought we all agreed that... I think that that meme has gone out of style. Might even be considered a little inappropriate, given the caricature of the, you know, the person firing their laser. Oh gosh, I got 2 hits on him. Come on, duo! Duo! One more time! Yes! Yes! Duo, my boy! Oh. Maybe, maybe not. By the same metric, though, Shadow also sacrifices himself for the world. Thank you, Duo. You've saved us. I was once saved by you and Mega Man. I've always wanted to thank you for that. Now my debt to you is paid. Dr. Light, have you noticed that this energy is a lot like mine? You're right. I've found that alien energy on Earth. Now I understand where this energy came from. The energy is too dangerous to remain on Earth. I'll bring it with me. Thanks. I can't really shake your hand because it's fucking huge. I must leave now. Oh, so you're going home? Duo, do you think we'll ever meet again? Someday. Yes, promise me that we will meet again. That's a promise. Goodbye. Hopefully the people who get to do Mega Man 9 just aren't so in love with Mega Man 2 and 3 that they never reference anything after that. He's a mysterious robot duo. He does not seem to be an enemy, but who is he? What happened between him and Mega Man in the past? What did Dr. Light mean by alien energy? Play Mega Man 8 to find out. Buy it in your local department store. Come on, I'm the only one playing this. Can't you just default it to Wes? It might have been a joke, it might not have been a joke. Which reminds me, that one quote I was throwing around the other day, I will do one more round so that we get 2 in with duo, since I did the other 3 in the first game. Everybody else got, cover new parts. I just did that. Who do I wanna... Screw it, we'll do this. Yeah, I don't want to fight Shade Man last, so we'll vary up the order again a little bit. But yeah, that one quote I was throwing around about Vanilla being the, you know, size of an average human mother. Apparently that is a popular quote. And I think people were saying it came from that, you know, top 10 hottest Sonic, you know, females stinking, you know, video that's like memed on a whole lot. Which, while that does sound correct, I kind of thought that he got it from an actual source. So that was my bad. It's still funny, though. It's still a funny, you know, stinking meme. But then, yeah, people were, It was apparently a topic of discussion. Some people claim she is not the size of an average human mother. A Wily, well, about must have kidnapped, we already said this. My point is, it's not a big deal that apparently you didn't know that quote, because apparently the quote that I was quoting was a frickin' meme. Hey, man. Aw, man. I was kinda hoping my shoulder would just take it out. I hate you. No, it did it again. Why did I think it would be? I thought maybe I'd have enough clearance that I'd at least get to the other side of it. Okay. I had a plan. It was a stupid, dumbass plan, okay? Boom. Okay, this should at least get me back to... Yes, I'm back in green. That's good. And honestly, all the story options are kind of the same, right? Like, different ones just have different robot masters associated with them. So that's, like, really the only thing it changes. Because, you know, if you go after, like, the custom parts, you'll get the custom parts and then fight Wily in the end, and then Roll will show up, I think, at the end on Rush anyway. If you go after Roll, she'll bring you the extra parts, and then, of course, you fight Wily at the end. And if you fight Wily at the end, it's the same thing. Roll shows up at the end, and I think I think his dummy drops the parts. So realistically, while they say there's 3 stories, they're all kind of the same story in this. Just depends on who you want to fight. And I said I wanted to fight Dive Man. Will this be fine? Debatable. Slash Man might actually give me a bit of a problem. Hey, are you really shooting me point blank with frickin' missiles? You turd. I was gonna say, get stunned by this. Listen, man. If Beat wants to... Yes! Beat! Eddie, where you going, buddy? Did Eddie just ditch me? Did Eddie just see me, pretend he didn't see me, and then walk the other way? My gosh, Eddie. I'm a proponent of you. People are like, oh, Eddie never gives me anything good, and I'm like, I don't know. I think he's pretty nice. He gives me good crap. And you just totally snubbed me. You son of a... Oh. Oh. And yeah, point is just what roster of Robot Masters you get. And I guess phrasing them as different stories is a little more exciting than, you know, Path A, Path B, and Path C, you know? I hate that he's off screen. I need you to be where I can shoot you. Eddie? Okay, he acknowledged my existence this time. He has witnessed me. Witnessed me. Oh gosh, he's sending out the goo bombs? Don't do that. Listen. I probably would have liked you a lot more in Mega Man 7 had you not shot out the goo bombs. The goo bombs, I'm gonna be honest, kinda sucked. Oh. Oh, Duo. Oh, Duo, you came to save me. I'm so happy. I've stolen energy from the Wily robot. This will enhance your power. I wonder who I should fight next. Hang on a second. It is nice that there's, like, a bit of an intro to the fight, so that way I have, like, half a second. Like, before it even starts, I can just be like, okay, and I have the weapon up. Also, it feels weird that Cutman is weak to Slashman. They both kind of do the same thing, like, I guess in, like, the most basic of terms. But it's like, I cut things. What do you do? Okay, I also cut things. Oh god. Oh. Why pumpkins? My dude. Did they just go on forever? Oh my gosh. He was quite the formidable opponent. Okay. Now who do I fight? Shit. I'm pretty sure I can take Wily down without a lot of trouble. But who do I need to fight before that? Oh, yeah. There's a part of me that kinda... I mean, I guess he's iconic, right? But given how many people have been traumatized by Yellow Devil... I mean, I would have figured they might have cooled it with him a little bit. Typically, when you have an audience of children, you don't want to keep on bringing up the things that traumatize them. And good lord, this definitely did. Oh, man. He's got laser... Oh my gosh. Wait, he shot me. You shot me. Aw, oh, man. I was kind of hoping I could go through your... I'm gonna die. To the Yellow Devil, which is very understandable. No, wait. Maybe I can pull this out. Hell yeah. Can we get the no game over? Can we get the no game over and let them actually count my frickin' time? Hello, Albert. Slash Claw. Slash Claw. I wasn't expecting you to move forward ever so slightly. My gosh, this might just be the easiest one because that guy in the background, he's not really doing a whole lot. He's going to kill me now because I specifically called him out. But the other ones, they all kind of interfere with you. And he's just kind of like, I'll just be back here. I'll consider taking a pot shot. If only I could switch my weapon right here. That would be pretty handy. Okay, I had enough time to swap. right above. Oh man, that was just an inconvenient spot for me. Did you consider that, Albert? Oh gosh, I also think it's easier with duo just because I don't think it takes as many hits for everybody else. They were really trying to build duo up as really awesome. That way you would go out to the store and you would pick up freaking Mega Man 8 after playing this. How can you not? He's so powerful. Okay, we already got the good job. I wish Duo was my son. Ay, ay, ay. And one more. One more. For the scoreboard. Oh, other duo beat me. Okay, that makes sense. I was gonna say, how could anyone beat duo? How could absolutely anyone? Ay, ay, ay. Yep, that's the one. Oh yeah, there's an intro to this. Yeah, huh. Well, even with 8 playthroughs, that did not take terribly long. We're still at under 2 hours. But... hey, I feel satisfied with that. So I think I'll probably call it here. I will state for the record that I did mean to get the PSP set up, but then I just did not get around to it. Because sometimes when you have ADHD... even if something will only take you 5 minutes to figure out, you just never get around to it. Because if you can do something at any time, that means that you can do it now, you could do it, or you can do it like 3 weeks from now. But I'm ahead of the game on some other stuff, so I should have the PSP set up probably for next week. Oh, yeah, yeah. And honestly, it doesn't bother me as much. Maybe the controls don't bother me as much because this one's a little weird, you know? Since I'm not playing a typical Mega Man game, it's easier to adjust. I'd need to go back and replay one of the other games to see if it's really that much of a concern. But yeah, aye. Anyway, for the rest of this week though, I do want to say Thursday. Rather than stinking... my gosh, that looks like it's pulled right out of the Archie comics. Rather than the typical Friday, I got Brandon to agree to stream with me, and he had Thursday available, so that's when we'll be doing craft. As for what we're playing, we are playing... I don't know if he knows this. I just asked him if we wanted to stream, and I don't think I told him, hey, this is what we're doing. But we're doing Harvey Birdman, Attorney at Law. Which, just think, really weird old adults... cartoon that Adult Swim adapted into, like, a weird spin-off that Capcom then adapted into a weird, even goofier version of Phoenix Wright. And it's one of those games that we can probably do in a single... Duo has punches? What the shit is this? But yeah, we can do it in a single stream. So that'll be fun. I'm looking forward to it. I hope your human interaction goes well. I will probably be house cleaning that day or working on Sunday's video since I'll have the night off. Although, you know what? Just before we end, real quick, I am kind of curious about something. One, let's save this game, because I want those scores. I've earned them. Return to game room. Just out of curiosity, since you brought up the whole thing about the controls, I'm gonna play one... yeah. I'm gonna do one stage of Mega Man 3. It's fine. One stage of Mega Man 3, and we'll see how much the controls annoy me. And I'll do specifically Mega Man 3 because it has the frickin' slide. And I'm going to kill Top Man. You know, while you're right, I don't think I ever got menu options, now that you mention it. It always took me directly to, you know, to the player screen. Had we had options, yeah, I would have definitely checked it, but yeah, huh. I'll check again when I play it back. I mean, I can always go in real quick. And I am not doing too hot, I will say that. But I'm not sure if I'm willing to blame that on the controls and me just not being in the mindset for this. I just got done playing arcade games. You think I'm, you know, in the mind for platformers? Can I? Oh, I think I can shoulder switch, but I don't think I can shoulder switch for rush. But I kind of want to say this is like the first game where they put in the, well, you know, like the first instance of them putting in the shoulders. No, wait, that's not true. It might be the first time Classic's gotten shoulder switch. Oh. Why was I expecting more? This is like my favorite one. I should have this memorized. You know what? I think what's weird, the controls aren't really bothering me as much. Even with this. Other than me getting a little weirded out that start isn't start, that, you know, my pause menu is actually the stinking Z button. I get why they did it. But the Z button. I'm going to die to the cat. Calling it now. Oh, I'm not going to die to the cat. My goodness. And I think I'm at the halfway point, so even if I die, it's not the biggest deal in the world. Although it would be nice if I got some health back. I might still die. Yeah, thought so. Oh, yeah, I think you're right. Maybe I should just say... Then let me amend my statement further. This might be the first time the NES games got shoulder switch. Probably because NES controllers didn't have shoulders. Still, though, it was like a definite adjustment playing some of the other collections, like, you know, Legacy Collection, and not just being able to do that. And then 9 took it out. Why did 9 take it out? Probably because it wasn't in Mega Man 2. Which, that was just a quality of life improvement. So them taking it out, it felt a little crappy. A little crappy. I was watching like a review for Mega Man 3 recently, and they mentioned about how Rush Jack could like break sections, and they, you know, cited this as one of the sections, like the spinning top. Honestly, the spinning top was, you know... I've never... Whoops, that was weird. I fumbled my inputs a bit there. But yeah, it was never one of those things that I ever felt the need to skip. But then again, Maybe I always take on Top Man so early that I don't even have the jets, so therefore it's not an option that's on the table. Okay. Oh, I guess I can't pause it right now. I was gonna go back out and just check the power fighters real quick for sound options. Yeah. I get the top spin. Not really the best. One of the other things, like, the review talked about, though, was... I didn't really realize... I knew that, like, the Doc Robot levels were infamous, but I don't think I realized that they were, like, you know, as infamous... where, like, I guess some people, it's just a common practice to skip the Doc Robots? And to be fair, Doc Robot stages, they can be bastards. But I do kind of like, you know, and the Doc Robots themselves can be a bit of a pain in the butt, but I do kind of like the idea of revisiting old bosses under new sets of circumstances. So I don't know. I kind of like Doc Robots. Is that so wrong? Huh. Well, I didn't have a PS1, so I'll take your word for that, but I guess you have established that I am full of shit. But let's see now. Yeah, there is no menu, it's just this. Yeah, so no, I suppose it would not have a sound option, unless... One more thing I can check. One more thing. I don't need secrets. Sound options. Okay. To answer your question, in the, you know, in the Anniversary Collection for GameCube, it looks like you can adjust the sound effects and the music. Which, honestly, I would not have thought to look for, because... Navi mode, off, difficulty, 1 through 7, normal, easy. Starting lives 3, 5, huh. But no button mapping? That would have been the one thing that I expected to be in here. Picture set 1, homage to Mega Man, Mega Man's... Of course, I feel like if I play with any of these, I might be messing with possible copyright stuff. Yeah, from the looks of it, yeah. Honestly, I would have expected something like that for, like, you know, a case-by-case basis, but I guess most of, yeah, the NES games and the arcade games either, they wouldn't have really had in-game options, except for maybe 7 and 8. But yeah, that's interesting, and that's good information to have. And was something that I never messed around with, because I am more the plug-and-play type. But yeah, good information to have. 2004. For some reason I thought it was actually, I know why I thought it was earlier than that, because this is marketed with like the 15th anniversary, which I believe Mega Man first came out in 87, so 15th anniversary would have actually been 2002. But maybe they celebrated that milestone for a few years. But, But yeah, okay. Well, I think we've fully poked around with the 2 arcade games, and just, yeah, the Anniversary Collection in general. Unless we want to watch an interview, or listen to a remix. So yeah, I think we'll call it here. Bit of a short night, but hey, that's fine every now and again. Like I said, it'll be Harvey Birdman on Thursday, and then next week, hopefully for really real this time, I'll actually get the PSP set up, which will open up a few options for us. But yeah. So yes, that'll do it for tonight. Thanks everybody who stopped in to watch, and thanks anybody who checks out the VOD. Thanks again, Big Red, Aaron, and maybe Rakeways if you're still hanging around. And yeah, hopefully I will see you in the future-ish. Have a lovely evening.